Yes guys, welcome back, and today I am going to do the full day of eating. So we're sitting at 191.5 pounds this morning. We're ranging anywhere between like 191 to 193 at the minute, and that sort of depends on a few things, but mainly it's just like if I eat my normal food every single day, I kind of end up being around 191, 192. If I eat some food out at the weekend, maybe high calories, something different, maybe it doesn't digest as good, I end up being like more like 193. But definitely trying to get my body weight up now, just nice and slowly. Not trying to be a fat cunt as always. And yeah, we're feeling good overall, feeling quite relatively lean at the minute. Getting some body fat now on like the hips and tits mainly, but still looking all right. So anyways, without further ado, here's meal one. And let's spin this bad boy around. So what we got here, got 5 whole eggs, half an avocado, some bell pepper. Usually I have this with sourdough, but today we're going full bodybuilder mode. And we've got some oats, got 125 grams of oats, got 100 grams of frozen blueberries, actually 97, some cinnamon, some salt, and 30 grams of honey. And then we got morning sups. So we got 2 grams of krill oil, or I think it's 2 grams. What is it? 2 capsules anyway, 2 capsules of krill oil. We also have a Nordic oil, like 10 ml of that, that's in the fridge. We have 3 caps of magnesium, which ends up being 3,000 milligrams of magnesium, but around 750 elemental. And if you're training hard and sending it, it's quite a good product, is that? And you want to be having around 100 milligrams of elemental magnesium per 10 kilos of body weight. And then we've got this multivit, pretty basic, just like most multivits. Vitamin D3 and K2. This is a 3,000 IU serving per cap, and I do 3 caps of that's at 9,000 IU, so that's what we're having. Meal one, got us water, obviously. And by the way, my food doesn't usually look this aesthetic, but a little bit of pressure, eh? It's like when you record your sets in the gym and it just makes you want to do a better technique. I'm recording my food, so may as well make it look good. So anyways, that's what we're eating at the minute. Excited for today's session. We've got deads later on. I might just put in like a couple sets of deadlifts in this video too, but yeah, that's where we're sitting at today. Food's sitting at around 3,500 calories at the minute. I am going to go a little bit higher today with food because I've actually bumped my food up and my body weight's dropped. So I'm going to bump it up a little bit more today with it being a deadlift day and see how we get on. That's meal one. I'll see you at the next one. Right, so I usually have this first thing, but today my better half brought me a coffee in bed, which was awesome. So I didn't have this first thing. I had a coffee in bed and then I had like a litre and a half of actually water with a bit of cordial, if I'm being honest. So I had that this morning. I actually made that for Penny and she didn't drink it, so I had it. So I had a litre and a half of fluid this morning, coffee, had that, went for my haircut, then had that breakfast I've already shown you. Now I'm having my usual morning concoction, which is electrolytes. I usually have the high five ones, but these are from Naughty Boy. I don't usually have these, but pretty good. It's got more sodium and potassium than the usual ones I have. It's also got taurine, which taurine you'll actually see in like energy drinks and stuff. And people often think this is like a stimulant, like it's in Monsters and things like that. But actually it's not. It's quite the opposite. It actually helps relax your nervous system. It helps relax you. So it's actually very interesting thing to have in your drinks, is that. And it's got a load of other crazy shit, stuff that I've never really even fucked with. But yeah, the actual electrolyte profile of this, fucking Jesus, is better than most. But yeah, I'll have that in the morning. So I had 1 scoop of that in that drink. 10 grams of creatine monohydrate. I always used to be the guy that was like 5 grams of creatine, nothing else is proven, don't load it, because that's what the research sort of backed at the time. But now we know that, am I going to sneeze again? Fucking hell. Now we know, that creatine, you probably are better off doing like more like 1 gram of creatine per 10 kilos of body weight. So I weigh pretty much 90 kilos. So I'll have like 10 grams of this. like 10, should have like 9 grams, I like 10 grams of that a day. But I actually end up having a bit more because I have some in my intro workout as well. And the reason being is there's actually research now in regard to just like cognitive function and actually reducing a lot of the symptoms associated with like a poor night's sleep. So if you're sleep deprived, and I believe the amount that they recommend is about 0.25 grams per kilogram of body weight. So if you're like 100 kilos, having like 25 grams of creatine, which is a lot in a day, but actually like cognitively you just perform better. So I just go ahead and I have 10 grams in the morning, and then if I train I have 10 grams as well. Every now and again, if sleep's really bad, which it hasn't been for a long time, and I remember, I'll smash in like 20, 30 grams in the morning too. So yeah, got 10 grams of that in. And lastly, we have 1 gram of vitamin C. So 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Most people's upper limit is supposedly around 2,000 milligrams. So I actually do have about 2,000 milligrams a day. So I probably overcook it a bit with that, but I'm just like, I just really don't want to get ill. So I kind of probably a bit more of that than what I should do. Also, vitamin C helps you absorb other things. So it helps your absorption of like iron and stuff like that. So if you are someone that's like iron deficient, or you know anyone in your family that's iron deficient, telling them to have some vitamin C before a protein-rich meal will help actually bump their iron up, because protein-rich foods are also super high in iron. So anyways, that's what's in my drink. Usually I have L-glutamine as well. I've ran out. It's not an essential thing I have. It's something that's more of a nice to have, as most of these things are. But the glutamine, I'll typically have that. It just seems to help with digestion. And there's like research on people who like IBS and normal people and stuff as well. Like if you're constipated, L-glutamine can help you go to the toilet. Equally so, if you're actually quite loose, L-glutamine can help you like solid you up. So just helps with your digestion in general, does L-glutamine. And I typically do around 5 grams of that a day as well in the morning. But anyways, that's my drink. Just twist that puppy around. Doo-doo. Just for context, that's Naughty Boy, that's Applied Nutrition, and then vitamin C is just some random Your Supplements, it's called. Yeah, that's what we're rocking. Right, so busy morning this morning with clients. Just had a one-to-one call with my boy, Mr. Iger, who's fucking destroying it. The guy is flying. I've never actually seen a man transform more in the first 8 weeks of someone training him. Is that even recording? I don't even think my mic's on. Let's just get this puppy mic'd up. This might make it sound a bit better. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. There we go. Yeah, guy's absolute beast. Anyways, we have got pre-workout meal. I keep knocking this with my chin. Pre-workout meal about to go down. So I'll just turn around on this. Shooting. Okay, so right here we have got, see that stuff that's glistening? That's honey. So we've got 75 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of oats, so 125 grams of cream of rice oats combined, 50 grams of whey protein, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 100 grams of blueberries, and 30 grams of honey. So I'm going to have that. This is the whey that I'm currently using. It's okay. It's decent. Macros are all right. It's not the best macros, but it tastes good and it seems to sit really well, which is obviously quite important. So it's 67.5 grams of protein per 100 grams. So pretty low, to be honest, on the protein front, which is weird for a protein powder, but it is actually legit. Then we had probably the best cream of rice I've had so far. So the vanilla cream of rice from Trained by JP. I've gone back to this one after trying other ones. It is just the best. We always have some salt, usually pink salt, but we've got this crazy one from Aldi. Sorry, not from Aldi, from Lidl. Then we've got this honey from Aldi. So we've got 30 grams of that, which delivers a good amount of carbs. Like 8 grams of carbs per 10 grams of honey. So it's like 7.76 grams of carbs, but 80, call it 80 just to make it simple. So that meal, roughly, 16, 24, that meal's around 120 grams of carbs. So it's a pretty decent meal. Probably around 50 grams of protein, and probably around 12, 15 grams of fat. So it's a pretty hefty meal there. So I'm gonna get that in. I'm a little bit behind schedule because that call went on for about 50 minutes, meant to be half an hour. But I rate it. If I have time to speak to guys, even when I don't have time to speak to guys, I end up doing it because I just rate it. But yeah, we're gonna get on a walk with Bruce after we've eaten that, and then we're gonna get on some deadlifts. But just before I set off, I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna respond to some clients. I've got 2 guys. Fuck me, I've got 3 guys that are all signed up to coaching this week. It's been a bit of a madness this December. It's been a bit of a madness. I think people are just getting amped up, ready for January. The people are just more reflective at this time of year. I think that must be what it is, but yeah, anyways, I'm excited. So that's the main thing. But yeah, we're gonna go do some deads today, pause deads. This week's training's actually felt fucking tough so far, I'm not gonna lie. Everything's felt heavy and a bit hard. But I've had a really good sleep last night. I've been still waking up feeling tired though, like I just feel like I'm just I'm on the week 3 of this 4-week training block, and it feels like I'm on the back end of week 4. But without all the juicy performance improvements. I've just had a bit of a dip this week. I don't know why. Maybe just due to moving back into the house and the Black Friday stuff. Might have just been more stressed than normal. I don't fucking know. But either way, I'm gonna eat this, go on the walk. I'm actually gonna have more caffeine than usual. I've got a Monster, but I might also have a little bit of pre-workout as well, so really get off my tits and see whether that helps. But yeah, anyways, I'll show you my top set of deadlifts once we're in there. Let's go. Monster going in. We're just doing his rehab stuff on the floor. Got his little wedges in. Doing his split squats and all that jazz. Bruce is just chilling. And I won't record the window cleaner because obviously he's cleaning his windows. And we're watching some Goldberg documentary whilst we're getting going. I used to, for those that don't know, I used to absolutely smash wrestling when I was like, from the age of like, I don't know, like 8 to 12. I fucking loved it. And basically now at the age of 31, they've just like, in the last couple of years, I didn't even realise they've just released so much of the old shit onto YouTube. So there's like fucking Goldberg, Undertaker, Kane shit. I know some people think wrestling's sad, but I think it's cool. I used to think it was cool as fuck back then. So watching all the behind the scenes stuff now, I fucking love it. So anyways, gonna sip this whilst I'm doing the rest of my rehab stuff. Then we're gonna take Brucey out. And like I said, I'll probably have half a shot of ABE, and then intro workout, I won't record that. It's usually the same as my morning shake, plus 50 grams of carb powder, but ran out of carb powder like fucking 2 weeks ago. So topped it up, so that's slack of me. So I've been eating the food basically, I've been eating extra 50 carbs, but need to definitely top up on that. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So intra, 10 creatine, electrolytes again. Monster, 150 milligrams of caffeine in here. Might have like a third, the ABE scoops. They're 200 milligrams of caffeine in the ABE, so if I have a little bit of that, might be like, I don't know, if I have like a third of it, what's that? Like 0.6, like 60 to 70, another 60 to 70 milligrams of caffeine, so I'll have somewhere over 200, I think. But yeah, and once we've walked Bruce, that caffeine gives times to kick in. Nice to help digest the food as well, because my food has been a bit pressed together today. I'm feeling a bit bloated. And then hopefully we'll get in the garage gym, we'll be feeling like a machine, and we can crack on with deads. Right, so ABE. So we've had his Monster before his dog walk. Now we've got a little bit of ABE. This is 200 megs. I could probably do a full scoop, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go like, I don't know if you can see that. There's hardly any in there. I'd say it's no, it's probably a third actually. So we'll have just over 200 milligrams of caffeine pre-workout today. I also had a coffee this morning, so we're looking at like 370 for the day. It's quite a lot, especially now we think we're closing in on 2 p.m. So yeah, no more caffeine after this, definitely. Tasty bit of cool watermelon. Right, we've got 165 on the bar. Woohoo! We've got 165 on the bar. Did 160, to be honest. It was probably an RP 7.5, which is the goal of today, but it was the first time I put my belt on. And what I've noticed today is they've all felt a bit heavy of the sets, but the videos moved really well. And for whatever reason, I fucking accidentally didn't record that last set. So I'm being a bit of an optimist. Probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm adding 5 kilos to the bar. And I reckon because you should really wear your belt for your last warm-up set at the very least, and then your first work set, whereas I just put it on at my first work set, like a retard. So anyways, gonna put some chalk on. It's 5 kilos up. I'm gonna fucking get myself a bit more amped up and see if we can move it at RP 7.5. Let's go. Yeah, that'll probably an overshoot. Should have just kept left it at 160. Right, session done. Now we're on to post-workout meal. I fucked myself though. It's 4:27 and I've got a call, an onboarding call of a client at past. I'm not gonna have time to eat this right away, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world. Main thing is that you're getting your calories in over the course of the day and your protein target. And then beneath that, your fats and your carb targets as well. And then beneath that, time of the meals. But anyways, here we go. So, post-workout, we've got 50 grams of whey. So I have whey twice a day. And then we've got pink salt, or in this case, whatever the fuck this shit is. And then we've got 125 grams of crisp rice, aka Rice Krispies, aka Poverty Rice Krispies from Aldi. Penny's gonna kill me because I'm being a scruff. Basically, this is our new, as you can tell, it's a nice stainless steel from M&S. She hates it when I do that shit. That's some straight up university bullshit really, but I only have one other bowl which is like big enough where I don't end up just getting fucking shit everywhere when I mix it up. So hence why, and it's in the dishwasher, hence why I have used this today. So we're gonna literally, believe it or not, I'm literally gonna add H2O to that and then just mix it in. Now, everyone that whinges about it and say it's gross, whey is essentially powdered milk. You add water to that. Fucking hell, what the fuck? You add water to that, lo and behold, you get a milky drink, or in this case, milk for your cereal. So don't knock it till you try it. I'm going full fucking hardcore, pouring it straight on. It won't be as nice doing it the way I'm doing it. Well, I quite like it still. And I actually don't put loads of water on, so it's not like this, like the normal cereals. It's a bit more like, you know, you make like chocolate Rice Krispie squares, whatever, before you put them in the fridge. That's what it ends up being like. So that's what I do. After this, we've got 2 more meals, one of which is going to be at my mum and dad's house because we're going over there. They've picked up Florence today. But anyways, I best go because I've got this call. See you there. Yes, guys, right. It is 9:50. I'm tired as shit. What you saw before was second to last meal. I'm whispering, by the way, because Florence has just gone down. It's a bit late at night for her. What you saw before was 200 grams of beef mince, a pack of microwave rice, and 1 wrap. So it was around 100 grams of carbs. And then last meal here. We got, it's usually 300 grams of 0% Greek yogurt, but fucking ran out, so it's 243 grams. Then we got 50 grams of Rice Krispies, some berries, didn't even weigh them. I think there's about 40 grams there. And then 1 magnesium. And then 10 grams of honey. So, off the top of my head, I don't know exactly what the macros are. I eat the same shit every day, but I'll put it all for the total for the day so you can see what I'm eating to gain weight slowly, not be a fat bastard, and try and get strong. But yeah, there we go. Full day of eating boxed off. If you like the video, give it, oh, I'll tell you one thing I'm going to have as well. I'm going to have another Vitsi, because like I said, I like having 2,000 milligrams of that a day. Is it necessary? Who knows? But I do think it is going to help me prevent getting ill. And there is some research. Where is that camera going? There is some research saying that if you are ill, like cold, flu, superdosing Vit C, so having like 2,000 milligrams a day, can actually speed up how long you're ill for. Knock a day off, whatever. Anyways, full day of eating done. If you like it, share it on your Instagram, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.